Hello and welcome back to Clicks on the Side, and today we're going to be doing a 300-point modern theme team build based around the X-Force. I have not done an X-Force team build yet, but there's been a figure that I pulled and I just have not figured out what to do with, and I think I finally found my answer. That figure is from the Collector's Trove. We are starting off this build with Chase, number 39. Is the Merc with the Mouth himself. We are bringing in Gauntlet Deadpool. I just have not, I wanted to try something with him, and I just could not figure it out, but I finally found a team that clicked, and I think we can make him work. There is Deadpool. We'll move you over to the side. Deadpool does have the Power Cosmic Team ability, Deadpool Core, Weapon X, X-Force Assassin, and Cosmic keywords. Comes in at 70 points with a range of 5 and 2 targets, and also has Flight. Starts off with the trait Gauntlet Wielding Jokester. During Force Construction, you may add up to 3 Infinity Gem one-shots to your sideline without paying their cost. When Deadpool rolls a 6 on a single D6 roll, after resolutions, you may turn a friendly face-down Infinity Gem one-shot face up. We'll get into those here in just a second. I did pick 3 out. At 70 points, he does start off with Running Shot, Penetrating Psychic Blast, Toughness, but with a 19, not bad at all, and Probability Control. That does turn into Sidestep with a Special Attack Power, Combat Reflexes, and Perplex, and later on it goes into Phasing Teleport with Incap, a special defensive power which I believe is going to be a stop click, and then you have some Outwit. 70 points gets you 7 clicks. That sounds just about right. Let's take a look at the back. We do have that special attack power in the middle of his dial, Destroying the Mad Titan, Blades, Claws, Fangs. When Deadpool uses it, if there are 2 or more face-down Infinity Gem one-shots on your sideline, he may instead roll 2d6 and choose one to be the result. Always gotta love a Blades that gives you options of which die to pick. And then there is that stop click. It is Sacrifice a Stone to save myself. Stop. Impervious. Free. Turn a friendly face-up one-shot face-down without using its effect. If you do, roll a d6 and heal Deadpool equal to the result. So yeah, you get 3 of those stones, and that is where it's going to be up to you whether you choose to use them or not, or if you want to be able to try to bring Deadpool back from the brink. Very nice. For 70 points, I know he's not the most popular Chase from that set, but definitely serviceable, and he does have quite a few good keywords to go along with him. The one-shots I picked, I was going to go with the Time Gem. When an opposing character clears, you may remove an action token from a friendly character. You never know when that could come in handy. So to untie up a piece. I was also going to go with the Soul Gem. When an opposing character is KO'd after resolutions, you may heal a friendly character 2 clicks. And lastly, probably my favorite, we're going with the Power Gem. When a friendly character attacks and the finalized attack roll is 10 or higher, you may have that attack roll become a critical hit. Yeah, very, very nice. So who is going to be joining Deadpool on the X-Force? We're going to be starting off with a piece from the Black Panther set. We are actually going to be bringing in rare number 39, the Vanisher. I know it's not Brad Pitt, but you know what? I was very excited to get not just another X-Force member, but Brotherhood of Mutants options as well. You know what? You stay in the middle. We're going to put Vanisher back here. Vanisher for 25 points does have the Brotherhood of Mutants team ability. Brotherhood of Mutants, Hellfire Club, Marauders, Sword, X Factor, and X Force keywords. Gets you 4 clicks. Has a special movement top dial, a blank attack throughout, a special defense, and outwit. And then it's the same dial till the end where you do get probability control instead. But I love him for his movement power. Into Thin Air. Phasing Teleport, Passenger 2. When Vanisher is given a move action, until your next turn, opposing characters can't target him unless they're adjacent to him. So there you go. He's safe from ranged attacks when he does that taxing ability. Love it. Absolutely love that ability. And then there is his special defensive power, Disrupted by Vibranium. Super Senses. If no opponents have Vibranium tokens on their sideline, Vanisher can use combat reflexes, which pretty much, if you are not facing a character from the Black Panther set, he's going to have combat reflexes. So even if they do get adjacent to him after that phasing teleport, that is now a 20 defense up close that they have to deal with the super senses. And then he has outwit, so he can outwit any precision strike or anything that your opponent might have. Very solid taxi for 25 points. Good amount of keywords as well, so he can be used on multiple teams. But who will the Vanisher be bringing into the party? We're going to be starting off with, from the Deadpool Weapon X set. Sorry, it took me a second to remember. We're bringing in rare number 39, Shatterstar. Now, I've also been looking for a build to be able to use Shatterstar on because I really do like this sculpt. I like what he does, but it just has not worked out. But again, I think we found the right combination. There we go. Shatterstar can be 65, but he's coming in at 40 points for this build. Has the X-Men team ability, Excalibur, Mojoverse, New Mutants, X-Factor, X-Force, Future, and Warrior keywords. Has improved movement through elevated, blocking, and character bases. He starts off with a special movement ability, blades, combat reflexes, and exploit weakness, and later on gets super senses instead. No range, but does have 3 targets. That is very important for his movement, which is I'm going to butcher that. Empathically driven teleportation. There we go. Flurry, sidestep. When Shatterstar uses Flurry, before making the second attack, you may place him up to 4 squares away from his current square. When Shatterstar attacks one or more characters he hasn't attacked this turn, modify his attack +1. Now, it is only 3 clicks for 40 points, but that is a solid 3 clicks with that with that combat reflexes and being carried up by Vanisher. You can just now base an opposing character with that 19 defense up close. We're also going to be giving Shatterstar the +1 longsword, since he does have the warrior keyword, giving him close combat expert. So now it is a 12 attack for 4 damage, penetrating with that combat, with the exploit weakness. And if you wanted to, you can roll blades as well. You can never go wrong with flurry, blades, and exploit weakness. Very, very nice for 40 points. Also coming in with the Punisher. I can't wait for a new Punisher, but with the Vanisher, we'll also be bringing in from the Deadpool Weapon X set, number 53A, Domino. There we go. Domino comes in at 50 points, has the X-Men team ability, 6-pack X-Force, X-Men, Assassin, Marksman, Soldier, and Spy keywords. Has a Hot Shots trait, Fearless Leader. Leadership. When Domino uses it and succeeds, after resolutions, choose up to 2 friendly characters with a Hot Shots trait, and they each give themselves a Hot Shots token. Friendly characters with a Hot Shots trait have, when this character would roll a single d6, they may remove a Hot Shots token to roll the Domino die instead of the standard die. We do just happen to have that here. There you go. With the Domino die, you get 3 6s, which is her face, a 5, a 1, and a 2. So you got pretty good odds of hitting your d6 roll. Does start off with stealth, a blank attack power, a special defense power, and a special damage power. Those all go throughout the dial until the last click. She does gain steel energy. Has a range of 5 with 1 target. Special defensive power is just lucky, I guess. Super senses, but succeeds on a 4 through 6. And then that special damage power is stacking the deck. Probability control. When Domino makes a range attack, one of the d6s rolled may be her Domino die instead of the standard d6. Very solid piece for only 50 points. Up next, we are bringing in a character. This is the piece I feel brings this team together. Did not think I was going to be using him for any teams, but here he is. From Deadpool Weapon X, we are looking at common number 8, Cannonball. All right. Yes, I didn't want to focus on Deadpool. There's Cannonball. All right, Cannonball is 55 points, has the X-Men team ability, the AIM, Avengers, New Mutants, X-Force, and X-Men keywords. Improved movement through character bases, no range with 1 target, but does have flight. And that is the main reason he is on this build, is that he is a taxi and his trait is into the fray, defend, Force Blast. Force Blast is free, but only if Cannonball moved at least 1 square this turn. I wanted him on this build because he can taxi, and he has a 19 defend to start off. So whoever he taxis up can greatly benefit from that 19 defense. He does also have the AIM keyword. So with that, we are able to give him for free the Cosmic Cube. So yeah, you might as well. And I forgot to mention, with Domino having the Marksman keyword, she's going to have the trick arrows. So yeah, 3 different pieces that get to benefit from free equipment. You can't go wrong. But yeah, I really love him for that 19 defend on top dial. But who is he bringing in? And it is a piece I've been dying to get on a team ever since the Legacy card was announced. With this taxi of Cannonball, I feel like it is now very feasible to get them in. That's right, them. We are looking at a duo base from X-Men Weapon X, Legacy card, L050B, originally from the Heroclix Deadpool set. Wolverine and X-23. I've been waiting to get these guys on screen for a team build, and I'm very excited to finally have them make their appearance. They do have, for 60 points, the X-Men team ability, Weapon X, X-Force, X-Men, and Assassin keywords. That 60 points does get you 7 clicks, And they have a couple traits. They have X-Force Infiltration. Sidestep. When it's not your turn, if Wolverine and X-23 have no action tokens, lines of fire drawn to them are blocked. Gotta love that. They also have Double Healing Factor. Free. Heal Wolverine and X-23 one click for each action token on them. So yeah, the idea is you do want to have them tokened up if possible if they are hurting. But ideally, they're not going to be hurting. They do start off with Charge, a special attack power. Toughness, only a 17 toughness, and that's where that Defend comes in handy. And does have Leadership. Later on, Charge Blades with super senses and a special damage power. And finally into Leap Climb with Blades, Regen, and that special damage power. But let's take a look at the special attack power first. Adamantium Claws, Blades, Claws, Fangs, Flurry. When Wolverine and X-23 uses Blades, Claws, Fangs, they may note the result. If they do, the next time they roll for Blades, Claws, Fangs, this turn the minimum result is the noted result. Solid. Very solid. And then there is that special damage power later on. Berserker Rage or Facility Training. Free. Choose one. For Wolverine and X-23 to use this turn. Modify attack +1. See, that's... I'll have to double check. I don't think that second dot is supposed to be there. I believe it's modify attack +1 with Battle Fury or range of 6. But yeah, you definitely want... I would definitely pick the Battle Fury with this pairing. But there you go. Finally have Wolverine and X-23 on the team that I'm happy with. I think it has good potential. I love what Vanisher does to this team, just making it a little bit more portable. Cannonball has his uses with that 19 defend and the Force Blast. And then it just opens up the possibility for Deadpool to do his own thing without worrying about him going down. If he goes down, you still have other options to get the job done. Well, there you have it. That is my take on a 300-point modern theme team based around the X-Force keyword. Let me know what you think, if there's any changes you would make to this build. Thank you very much for joining me, and until next time, this has been Clicks on the Side.